I met a gypsy.
And then Ricciardo, you look at him, always got a smile on his face, always being the nicest guy, always cracking a joke. He's always playing down his success. You know, he's almost like self-deprecating to a fault at times. And it's like a level of humility that he has. That's something you can take from. So I think that, you know, it's even goes beyond just like being a likable guy and being marketable and getting sponsors and stuff like that. Like, you really can be a person that people look towards for inspiration. Like, you can be definitely like a light in people's life just by being yourself and taking there's like a certain amount of license that you take to be yourself, and that comes with a certain risk and it comes with a cost. And I mean, Jason Anderson's probably felt that cost, but it's like the cost to him is probably worth the investment to all of us, if that makes sense.
Oh, no, without question. Like, I look at that and I relate it to, have you ever heard Daniel, after even a shitty race, blame the car or the team?
No.
Never. He takes it on the chin himself. And that to me is how you define someone. Like, he's never pointed the finger. And who knows what goes behind closed doors? Like, I don't even know that. And it's, you know, I've been there with him, but I've never seen it. But I just know he just takes it and he's pissed about it and wants to be better. But that's how you grow too. Like, that's how you get better. That's how you, like, if you blame everything, like, I mean, at what point do you look in the mirror, you know?
Mm. What was that experience like, going to F1 with Danny Boy?
Surreal, dude. Like, again, one of those things, like, my dad's watched F1 since I can remember being able to open my eyes. Like, that, he's always done it. And like, where we were from, that's like super weird and random. Like, if you didn't watch NASCAR, you're weird, right?
Yeah.
So, and we didn't. My dad always was into F1 and always into German cars or any kind of European car, Audis, Mercedes, didn't matter. Like, he loves them. Always had Auto Weeks and all these magazines. So, whether like it or not, I was raised on that. So, and for me, it didn't matter. If it had an engine, I was into it. So, growing up on that, and then next thing I know, I meet Daniel. Somehow, I guess I'm weird enough or he's weird enough like me that actually want to be my friend. So that's awesome. And
Also,
so next thing I know, I'm flying over there training with, yeah, and so is he. I think if you met him on a street corner, you'd have no idea he races. He treats everybody the same. He honestly makes you feel like you went to high school with him and you haven't even known him more than 5 minutes. That's where I learned most of this stuff too from him. Like, without even, again, he doesn't know this. I've never told him this, but it's like everyone he talks to, he makes them feel like he's known them. Who else did that? Kevin Windham. No matter who came up in the autograph line, he made you feel like you've known this guy for 15 years and you just met him. And that goes so far past like being a cool racing driver or being looked up to. Making people feel like that and you don't even know you're doing it, that's a talent. So yeah, being around him for that, and then obviously going to train with him and then seeing how hard those guys train it's intense, dude. Like, I knew they worked hard. I knew you couldn't be in a car like that and with the G's and all that stuff and not be fit. I knew that, but I didn't know it was that fit. You know, I didn't want to say that I laugh at it or anything like that, but like, I didn't really expect much fitness. Dude, he is fit, man. Like, doesn't have an ounce of body fat. We did an 80 or 100 mile road bike ride with, I think it was from, Saint Tropez to Monaco. And it was like 250 people probably. The Prince of Monaco was in there. Like, dude, I'm like, where the hell am I? What am I doing? Like, this is insane. You know, just one of these cool things that we did. And it was like, then you're meeting all these people. And then next thing I know, there's a pro cyclist at the coffee shop that I've watched on the Tour de France the last 5 years. And I'm like, holy shit, like, I'm meeting these people. Like, this is insane. And, you know, it's all normal to everybody else, but I'm like, on the inside, being a super fan, I'm about trying not to show it because I'm like, don't be a nerd right now. Like, don't do it, you know? And so, no, but just like I said, being around him, super special. He's made me feel like family every time. He comes over when he can, when he can, and we hang out when we can. And I'm hoping all this shit goes back to normal because I want to go to another race.
What was the race like? What was the experience of going to that race and having like that level of access?
So intense, dude. Like, and it's funny too because you hear people bitch about like autograph signs here, right? Or like, oh, we got to drive an hour, you know, and I get that. It does. Yeah. Yes, it's a pain in the ass, right? Like, because we fly Friday, you get in Friday, barely enough time to get to your sign if you're lucky. Then you go to the sign and you barely have enough time to eat. And then next thing you know, you're getting up at 6 a.m. to drive the track the next day. Yes, it is taxing. But I challenge anybody to go do a weekend of media for F1. Like, please. Please go there and then tell me that you won't go to a dealer signing for an hour, because it would be like no issues at all. I won't complain about that ever again, because these guys are pulled so many directions. Like, their schedule for the day they land till the day they leave that race it's insane, dude. They have no time to themselves. None. It's so focused, and then it's like that hour before the race is like a regroup, get the hand-eye coordination going, and then go out and then slug it out with the best in the world.
Man, that fucking sport, like, I mean, I know Danny Boy's not doing as good as he would personally want to do, but it's like, God damn, dude, you're in an F1 car. You are the baddest of the fucking bad. It don't get any badder than being able to do what you do. And not just like there's one of 20, right? That's the big picture. 20 out of 7 billion people. But then you're one of the guys. Like, you might not have the car right now, like, or the vibe with the car right now, but it's like, as far as the baddest of the baddest motherfuckers go, you're in the 1% of the 0.001%. Like, it is just fucking preposterous to be able to handle what comes with being that level of athlete, man. Like, it's honestly unlike anything else on planet Earth. When you see, even to MotoGP, it's like, I'm really close with Jack Miller, and it's just like, there's a huge difference between MotoGP and F1, and they're like the two. The level that you need to operate on as a human to be a Formula One driver is, and one that's not like your dad hasn't bought you right, like, is staggering. Just completely staggering, dude.
No, it's the pinnacle, dude. Like, I mean, and not only that, you've won Monaco, like, in a car that was probably down on 30% power. Like, who knows how much it was actually down, but it was obviously slow. And you're like, dude, like, you've done it. You've done what, honestly, A, something that you dreamed about your whole life, B, something you thought you'd never do, and C, you did what you weren't supposed to do.
If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe. And to listen to the full 3-hour podcast, search Gypsy Tales in your favorite podcast platform or click the link in the description below. Gypsy Gang.